Now, while Moses is up on the mountain speaking with God, getting the Ten Commandments, he's up there for a very long time. So the people of Israel wondered, what's happened to Moses? Then they did a strange and wicked thing. They made for themselves a god. Aaron said, take off all your gold earrings, bring them to me. And there's a better video on this that will be linked right here somewhere. He melted the gold and molded it into the shape of a calf. This is your God. It saved you out of Egypt. And Aaron built an altar to worship the calf. The next morning, a huge party began. The people ate and drank and danced all day. Hurry down the mountain, the Lord told Moses. Your people have made an idol and are worshiping it. On the way down, Moses could hear the wild party below. He came near the camp, and he could see the golden calf and the dancers. He became hot with anger. He threw the 2 stone tablets to the ground, and they shattered. Pushing through the crowd, Moses snatched the golden calf off the altar. He smashed it, burned it, and ground it into dust. Who is on the Lord's side, he demanded, and the tribe of Levi stepped up. Go through the camp and kill the idol worshippers. The men of Levi killed 3,000 people that day. Moses prayed to God to forgive Israel. Then Moses went up to the mountain with 2 new stone tablets. For the second time, Moses spent 40 days with God, and the Lord wrote his laws on the new tablets and talked with Moses. Moses brought the tablets down the mountain. He didn't know that his face was so dazzling that the people could not look at him. He had to cover his face with a veil, which is pretty incredible. And so as these people got to know God better, and what we call that when you have a daily time of reading the Bible, praying, and learning about God and spending time with other believers, other Christians, we call that walking with God. So the longer that these men walked with God, then the closer to Him they became, and the more like Him we each become, in that our hearts grow softer, and we actually have more compassion for other people. While Moses is up on the mountain talking with God, God reveals many things to him that He wants him to do. And one of the things He does is He tells him His plan for building a tabernacle. And this tabernacle would be a place where people would go to meet with God. Outside the tabernacle was a brass altar for offerings, and there were beautiful pieces of special furniture inside. The entire tabernacle could be packed and carried on Israel's travels. Because remember, they're traveling now, and they're picking up each day and putting down and picking up. Inside the tabernacle were 2 rooms, the holy place and the Holy of Holies. Inside the tabernacle was the Ark of the Covenant. And again, there'll be more videos on this in the playlist section or link to. God decided that Aaron and his sons would be priests. They would lead the worship and serve Him. The high priest wore a beautiful robe and hat. On his chest was a covering of precious stones. Now these stones were actually markers for each of the 12 tribes. It's called an ephod. And I'll have a picture here so you can see what it looks like. Only the priest could go inside the tent of meeting. Aaron and his sons were members of the tribe of Levi. Other men in his tribe became the priest's helpers.